Hello, welcome to City Hall this week. Police, fire, and EMS responders are now able to respond to emergency notices received from alarm companies even faster. That's because the Durham 911 Center is using new technology called Automated Secure Alarm Protocol, or ASAP. The new technology essentially eliminates the need for an alarm company to call 911 in case of an alarm activation by taking advantage of systems that are already in place.
With the technology advancements today, all the information will go through what's called the National Law Enforcement Telecommunications System, or what we call NLETS. It's really the law enforcement network for the state of North Carolina. Each state has their own statewide network that they use for law enforcement. This information is being transmitted on that type of network, which we currently have in here and in place today.
Alarm information was previously only relayed from the alarm companies to 911 with a phone call.
The alarm companies have special 10-digit numbers that they can call into the 911 center, which are treated with the same priority as a 911 call. The reason that they have that is that some of the alarm company monitoring stations obviously are not in Durham. They could be in any part of the country in different cities, and they need to be able to reach us through a 10-digit number. But they are treated with a very high priority, and they have special dedicated numbers that come into our system.
The new system is considered to be more efficient and faster than the previous one because it eliminates the time it used to take to process the call from the alarm company.
This technology is a tremendous improvement over what we're doing today. The alarm companies today, should something go wrong with your house, for an example, say someone's trying to break into your house, that generates a signal to the alarm company, who pulls up your information and then calls us on our 10-digit numbers to relay that information to a 911 call taker, who then has to type that information in and make sure it's all correct and send it over to the dispatch station. This technology eliminates that phone call, which can eliminate a couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes times. What they will be able to do now is be able to, every alarm company that is in the ASAP program will send that call directly to our dispatch station through what we call computer-aided dispatch, and our acronym is CAD. So it will show up as a call for service, just like it would have been if a 911 call taker had sent it to them. But there was no phone call, and we eliminate that going back and forth.
Another way in which the new technology prevents delays is that every address is geo-verified in the city system, meaning it is a confirmed address that the city system will recognize. The Durham Emergency Communications Center is one of 15 911 centers nationwide to implement the new technology. The Durham Police Department is proud to congratulate the 12 graduates of the city's most recent Basic Law Enforcement Training Academy. The officers graduated during a ceremony on July 26th. As part of the academy, each member successfully passed more than 1,000 training hours in 36 state and department-specific topics. The ceremony marked the first one for Chief Sarah Lynn Davis. Anyone needing help from City Hall now has a new option that will be coming directly to their neighborhood. The Durham City Hall on the Go truck will visit neighborhoods throughout the year. Every city department will have information on the truck, and city employees representing various departments will also be available to answer questions and provide assistance. The truck also has Wi-Fi, so residents can get help with searching and applying for employment, paying water utility bills, or sending requests for services online to Durham One Call. More information about when Durham City Hall on the Go will be coming to specific neighborhoods is available on the city's website. More details on city services, as well as a wealth of other city-related information, can also be found through the City Manager's Report. The weekly report is delivered through email and highlights the latest happenings in city government. You can sign up for this weekly update through the city's website. Water safety for people of all ages is of utmost concern right now for Durham Parks and Recreation, since it's swimming and boating season. For that reason, the department wanted to take this opportunity to answer the most frequently asked questions they get about how to be safe in the water. What are the most important safety steps to take for people who swim in pools?
We ask that everyone take a cleansing shower before entering the pool, and to please use the stairs or the most shallow end of the pool before progressing to the deeper end of the pool. Please don't dive into water that is under 9 feet. According to the Red Cross, we ask that swimmers work at their own ability, set limits on themselves so they don't progress into dangerous or reckless behavior, and to also refrain from playing around suction fittings and drain covers and holding their breath for long periods of time underwater.
What are the most common mistakes swimmers make that put them in danger?
Unfortunately, swimmers who don't pay attention to the rules of the facility, they engage in reckless behavior. They don't listen to the lifeguards, pay attention to the warning signs of themselves. This causes more problems and causes potential accidents in the pool.
How important is it to know how to swim, and at what age should children learn to swim?
Everyone should learn how to swim, or at least be comfortable in and around the water. According to the American Red Cross, children as young as 6 months are able to be taught to swim, and as long as they are given the opportunity in a safe environment. And it is advised that everyone takes the opportunity to enroll in the Durham Parks and Recreation swimming programs that are available year-round in our indoor facilities.
What other advice would you offer to avoid danger in the water?
Make sure that you're following the facility's rules, listening to the lifeguards. Parents and guardians should stay within an arm's distance of small children and non-swimmers, and please use a personal flotation device if you're in doubt of your swimming abilities.
More information on Durham Parks and Recreation's Safe Swim and lifeguard training classes, as well as more water safety tips, can be found at dprplaymore.org. That does it for City Hall this week. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find us on demand on Durham Television Network's webpage and on YouTube. Thank you for joining us.